Rolling along at his own leisure in front, led by just over 2 lengths on Masterful Lad. 3 lengths away, Sporting, Zaquita the Fence, a length counter shot, and 2 lengths to What's That as they start to up tempo at the 1100 metres mark. And Prince Miasma now has lengthened his lead. He's out by nearly 4 lengths on Masterful Lad. He's settled fairly well, the favourite in the run. 3 lengths away is Sporting, Zaquita the Fence, then coming counter shot on the outside, and 2 lengths to What's That. They come off the back of the 800 metres mark. Prince Miasma given a breather in front, led 2 lengths on Masterful Lad. A similar margin counter shot moving around Sporting, but he's 3 wide. Sporting came out in front of him now to go forward. 2 lengths Zaquita, and last of all is What's That. Coming up to the 650 in the front runner, Prince Miasma. He's been there every step of the way. Led just over a length on Masterful Lad, off the rail and about to attack. Sporting on the fence, counter shot immediately under pressure. Zaquita the rail, and What's That with the last crack at them on the bend. Prince Miasma straightens up in front by a length on Masterful Lad. He's given full bore and he's quickly got the leader covered. A length away Sporting, and now Zaquita in the centre starting to chime in with a powerful run at the 250, and Zaquita the mare had moved up to Masterful Lad. Prince Miasma the fence from Sporting, and What's That starting to run on late. Zaquita at the 100 mark in front. Prince Miasma the fence kicking back, but Zaquita gains the upper hand and draws clear to win easily. Zaquita by nearly a length and a half on the line. Prince Miasma second, Masterful Lad third. What's Next was next. They were followed further back in the field by Sporting, and last of all would have been pulling up quickly counter shot. Number 2, Zaquita, landing a couple of good late bets at $4.40. A bit better on Super Tab, $5.40. Prince Miasma second. He fought on resolutely over the concluding stages.
There it is. And the 2-year-olds are on their way, and Damocles a bit slow to begin with. Bold Endeavour and Big Tide jumped quickly. So did King Crow, and there's the favourite Barrowana spearing right up along the inside. Dolphin Miss back to 4th after jumping pretty well. Going through on her inside was Damocles, followed then by Elegant Lover and Bold Endeavour last of all. But Big Tide is plain sailing at the 800, led by 3 to Barrowana. Then came Damocles going up on the inside of King Crow to 3rd. A length and a half off then came Dolphin Miss from Elegant Lover, and last of all Bold Endeavour, but only about 5 off the lead. 600 out, and Big Tide shows the way around the home turn at Morphettville, and shows the way by a length and a half to Barrowana away from the inside to make a challenge as they straighten. Then came Damocles, but hard ridden. Wider out King Crow goes a bit deep on the turn. Bold Endeavour pushed up inside of it. King Crow wants to run off the track and took Elegant Lover very deep, but it's still Big Tide. Barrowana's not finding enough at the moment. It is being very hard ridden. Big Tide in front there with 100 metres to go. Barrowana's knuckling down now, but it's all too late, and Big Tide is going to be much too good, and the colt by Rory's Jester wins it easily. 3 lengths on the line to Barrowana. Oh gee, there's 8 or 10 lengths to third. That's probably Dolphin Miss outside of Bold Endeavour. They're a long way off the other pair. Elegant Lover, Damocles and King Crow knocked up after coming around the home turn a little awkwardly. Number 5, Big Tide has taken...
He's got out a 1.5 points or so. Nearly ready. Mossman set. This will take us a long way to sorting out the Derby, although we don't have the likes of Sky Heights, Leading Light, Arena, the 2 that are running in the Cox Plate later on, of course, Dracula and Kenwood Melody. Mithrander and Lawyer are the Derby hopefuls, but this is a good field. All in. Off they go. Spectacular Gold was the one that was a bit slow to move. Away fast is Lord Larwood and Danelaw in the centre. Holding onto the inside, Lord of the Pines. And here's Double Helix with pace from the outside, the grey. Lord Larwood led. Double Helix moved up and joined it at the post. A lap to go. Mossman trapped out, but can get in as Danelaw is easing back. He's wobbled a bit round that turn, though, Mossman. He's still hung out on a limb. On the inside, then, just behind them, Lord of the Pines by the 1,600 metres. And then Runaway, who's drifted back to be second last, and 2 lengths to Spectacular Gold. Up the side, 1,500 to go, and Lord Larwood led. Double Helix is second. Mossman trapped out 3 wide. Lord of the Pines tucked away 4th on the inside. Danelaw's in a beautiful place on the outside, following Double Helix there. About 2 lengths to Runaway in the blue and light blue colours, and Spectacular Gold last of all. Off the back, into the 1,200 metre bend they go now. Lord Larwood the leader, about a neck in front of Mossman, who's done it hard to sit up second now as they approach halfway. 2 lengths Double Helix, happy to have a trail into the headwind down the back of the course. A length away, Lord of the Pines Pines on the inside, and they're being followed by Danelaw. 2 lengths to Runaway and 2 lengths Spectacular Gold. Heading towards the turn at the 800, Lord Larwood by a length to Mossman, 2 lengths to Double Helix. Lord of the Pines a half length away fourth, a length and a half to Danelaw, 2 lengths to Runaway and Spectacular Gold on the inside last of all. Off the back at the 800 metres now, Lord Larwood the leader, half a length clear on Mossman. Double Helix a length and a half away. Lord of the Pines a neck away fourth, then Danelaw followed by Runaway and Spectacular Gold. The 2 back markers will need to get a move on. The School coming up, and Mossman went to the lead. Lord Larwood gone. Double Helix next, and now Danelaw is starting to work into the race well. Lord of the Pines in the green and the yellow colours is coming home near the inside. Mossman led. Danelaw the big challenger at the turn. Lord of the Pines is next. Runaway is putting himself in the picture. Spectacular Gold second last turning. Mossman in front. The filly Danelaw coming at him now, and Runaway starting to answer. Shane Dye, Mossman, Danelaw and Runaway on the outside. Mossman fighting on courageously. Danelaw and Runaway getting to him. Mossman, Danelaw, Runaway the outside. Mossman, I think, from Runaway, with Danelaw just weakening slightly to third. A gap. Lord of the Pines, Spectacular Gold never came into it. Beat only Double Helix and Lord Larwood to the line. Photo between Mossman and Runaway. One's got it, Mossman. Jim Cassidy, he's won it, number 1. Gee, that was a good effort. What a tough win.
On the fence fairly out. He's starting to go through now. Noble Al went back after the start, and Sally Magic pinged out to lead from Cut Above. Tight Squeeze going very quickly from Power in Motion. Nazareth on the fence. They were followed by Top Act, and out deep is Star Deed. A length away, Outrageous Quick Star, Noble Al, and 2 lengths away to Lawton. Coming off the back, 700 out. Cut Above working hard on the outside of Sally Magic, led by a head. 2 lengths away, Tight Squeeze, and Nazareth travelling sweetly the fence. A length Power in Motion. Outrageous Star Deed well back from Noble Al. Top Act, Quick Prince, and at the start of the field is Lawton on the home bend, and Cut Above went past Sally Magic as they straightened up. Nazareth now easing to the centre of the track, about to lay down his claim. Then Tight Squeeze and Power in Motion on the outside. Cut Above having a fight with Sally Magic, and Nazareth dwarfing the other one. The filly, that is, has raced up, and Nazareth has moved up alongside of Sally Magic and Cut Above, whose run's ended. Sally Magic headed off by Nazareth. Nazareth just in front. Sally Magic kicking again. Nazareth in front. Too good, the colt. Nazareth has won from Sally Magic, who's fought on well to run second. Third might be Outrageous from Power in Motion. They were followed next home, making ground as they go past the line. Then pulling up quickly would have been Top Act in company well back in the field. Star D, Quick Prince, and it was one of the last ones in, and also pulling up Noble Al past the line. Number 3, Nazareth, the winner, $2.90 and $1.40 over Sally Magic at $4.10 and Outrageous $4.
Hooker's rider calling for some help out wide. Now they settle. The light's on. Angus Park Fruit Handicap racing, and one was flat-footed. Stusa, it missed it by about a length. Black Glamour didn't jump all that quickly, and Graceful Poppy, clearly beaten for early speed, has drifted back to last. Now as they sort themselves out, Zohar came out of the pack to lead quickly by 2. Second, Hooker. Third, Gambler's Image, the inside, getting a nice run. Anterior fourth, followed further back by Tabaret Lady. Then 2-3 lengths to Rangier, followed by Black Glamour. Then came Alternative Edge, the inside. 1.5 further back behind those was Designer Style racing outside of Estusa, who had to check severely off heels, and they were followed last of all by Graceful Poppy. Down to the 900, and the leader Zohar by about a length and a quarter. Second placing Hooker. Third was in third position Gambler's Image, just inside of Anterior fourth. Just getting away from that horse now to a clear third. Fourth, Anterior, as mentioned, followed further back by Black Glamour. Alternative Edge on the inside of Tabaret Lady. Then came Designer Style cutting loose 3 deep. Rangier next over on the inside of Stusa, and a length away last of all Graceful Poppy. Racing down towards the home turn, about 500 out, and the leader Zohar held together a length and a quarter in front. Second, Hooker, under pressure, Gambler's Image third. Out wider then came Black Glamour, starting to run into it. They were followed by Anterior and Alternative Edge, and further out was Designer Style from Tabaret Lady, but the leader still Zohar. At the 200, Black Glamour is coming after it. Hooker in the centre is starting to lay down now and come after them, and it's Hooker and out wide Black Glamour. Black Glamour's drifting towards the centre, but she's hit the front, and Black Glamour in the Gold Guru colours is going to be too good. forward. Black Glamour scores by 2. Second placing Herca. Third was Anterior. Fourth, I think, Gambler's Image. Zohar knocked up. Passed in fact over the line by both Alternative Edge and Designer Style. Fair break in the field behind those. Rangier followed then by Tabaret, Lady Graceful Poppy and Astusa.
Number 5, Black Glamour, firmed right up to $6.70 Super Tab, $7.10 in New South Wales.
For dispatch. Off they go. Show No Emotion won the jump on the outside with Mazelda Ends. The General dwelt slightly, but he's hunting up through between horses now. Dan Speed on his outside, a point getting back the second last, and 2 Natois. Show No Emotion at the 800 led today. At a length and a half, General Nadim is second. A neck away on the outside, Mazelda Ends beaten for early pace, a point getting up on her inside. Then Dan Speed and 2 Natois. Coming through the gap now, and Show No Emotion, and by 2 lengths, General Nadim. 2 lengths to Dan Speed outside, a point, Mazelda Ends outside of those two, and the Natois last of all. Show No Emotion, the leader. Burns getting a bit anxious here on General Nadim. He hasn't let the leader go, and under the whip, General Nadim has to really fine round the turn, and Show No Emotion's race 3 or 4 in front. The General can't go on. A point's chasing the leader, then Dance Beat, but Show No Emotion, he's 3 or 4 lengths in front. A point trying hard, but Show No Emotion, the sprint sensation, stopping on the line, but will be too good and beats a point. Dance Beat third, Natois 4. Second last as Mazelda Ends, and the General, he's turned in an Oakley Plater. An inexplicable last.
All right, our sincere apologies there for... our sincere apologies there, but that is totally out of our control. We have...
Signal. Gates are back there racing. Show No Emotion began like a bullet out wide on the track with Marcel the Ends, and they let out on settling down from General Nadim. He quickly goes up third. Now Dance Beat fourth, followed by a point, and Natois is 2 lengths last to the 6. Show No Emotion crossed to the rail and led by 2 lengths. General Nadim second a length, Marcel the Ends, and then a point. Outside it, Dance Beat, and 2 last of all, Natois. Through the gap they go, and Show No Emotion flying in front, led by 2 lengths to the General, a length and a half. Then further back is Dance Beat. They're followed by a point, Marcel the Ends, and 2 lengths Natois last of all. The General's chasing pretty hard, and Show No Emotion's full of running to the turn, led by 3. The General is under the whip running second. Then further back a point, followed by Dance Beat, but look at Show No Emotion. He's 4 in front around the turn. A point is after him. General Nadim is struggling from Dance Beat. Show No Emotion 3 in front of a point, who's trying hard, but a blistering gallop by Show No Emotion down to the post, wins by a length and a half a point. 3 away, third Dance Beat, then Natois, then Marcel the Ends, and General Nadim is last of all.
General Nadim running last, and Show No Emotion at $4.60, $4.20 New South Wales, $4 Queensland. A massive crowd for Cox Plate Day, and they're enjoying the sunshine. There's the tote, Show No Emotion $4, $4.24 even. Trifecta's $90.30 Victoria, $94.20 New South Wales, $100.70 in Queensland. We're coming up to our next race in Sydney. It's at Rosehill Gardens, and you've got 3 minutes of betting time to that event.
On the fence, Gracita can't pick them up at the moment. He's starting to run on now, but Bombast has moved up outside of Grey Dawn and hit the lead. Grey Dawn kicking again. Grey Dawn in front of Bombast, nothing in it. Grey Dawn's kicked again from Bombast. Photo third. Lively Lad probably in front of Elite Trooper, making ground from Gracita. They were followed next in, pulling up very quickly over the line by Proud Harvest, Schwarzkopf, Teufel. Expert was well back in the field with Shine Over. Kingston Shores didn't fire in the home straight, and it was one of the last ones to cross the line.
Good interest in Sober Comment, and also Smee again here. A little bit of interest in Atty. They've moved up pretty quickly. 4th of the day, first leg of the 4 trailer, the Ashford Injury Service Handicap, and they are all set. Racing. 1 or 2 of them a bit slow into stride, Dudcheck and also Stella Maris. And as they sort themselves out up front, nothing really keen to take up the forward line. Here's one. Bitsky's coming out of the pack with March Militaire, and they're going towards the front, where the rider of Legal Hand and also Sober Comment trying to settle their horses, and Bitsky pulls its way to the lead by about 2.5. March Militaire now second, third Legal Hand. Around the outside, Atty improving. They were followed by Sober Comment enjoying a nice run. Further back, Smee again again with his head on his chest at the moment inside of Prince Keystone. A length to Cellar Mine, a length and a half Stella Maris, and 2.5 off to Dud Check. 1400 out, and Bitsky. The bookies' hope shows the way by a length. Celamine goes to it very quickly now when young Reagan Rayner eased this leader, and Celamine takes over to lead by about 3/4 to Bitsky. Third is Atty. Fourth placing on the 1200 metre turn was Legal Hand inside of March Militaire from Sober Comment, poised to come around them. Another 2 lengths away, Prince Keystone outside of Smee again. 2.5 Stella Maris and 1 to Dud Check. Down the side they race, and there'd be the best part of 8 lengths first to last, where Celamine leads and shows the way by at least 3 now to in second placing Bitsky. Third is Atty, revved up and popped her question from on the outside of those, Sober Comment. Then came March Militaire with Legal Hand from Prince Keystone and Smee again. Then further back to Stella Maris, and 2 away last of all still is Dud Check coming around the turn. 600 out. Celamine by 1.5 to Atty in second placing, and then Bitsky still there third from March Militaire. Sober Comment's riders feverishly busy. Wider out on the track was Prince Keystone joining him with a nice run, and deeper still was Stella Maris, followed back behind them by Smee again, and wider out Dud Check putting in a claim, but Atty slipped to the lead at the 200. The mare drops back to the rail to lead a length and a half. Prince Keystone's knuckling down solidly now. It's Atty and Prince Keystone. Further back Dud Check from the rear of the field. Atty still in front. Prince Keystone's trying hard. Atty is still finding something on the inside. The little grey mare, Atty and Prince Keystone. Oh, stay out of this one. Atty joined by Prince Keystone on the line. It could go either way. Out wide, a Dud Check from the rear got third, ahead of Bitsky, which battled on well. Smee again late, then Sober Comment. The rider was busy a long way from home. Further back behind those, March Militaire, and they've got away from the other 3, Cellar Mine and also Stella Maris together with Legal Hand. Not sure about this.
Ready to break, favourite drawn gate 2. Graceful Encounter in 1. Listening's Joy bouncing around a little. Couple of attendants getting in, one with Listening's Joy, one Abolition. Off they go. Noircia began very quickly, so did Risky towards the inside with Vesti. Naphill out fast. The Valley Specialist Londalaise is ridden for some pace. Listening's Joy got tightened soon after the start. Bonanova dropped out to be second to last. Naphill took over the running before the first turn near the 1200 and led 2 lengths to Vesti. Londalaise improving up round her now, and they're followed by Risky a length away fourth. Graceful Encounter fifth on the rail, and then Noircia on the outside. 2 lengths to Spectrum. She's being followed by Fleischer and Abolition out wide. Listening's Joy back on the rail. Wonder Winnings and then Shiosaki. Bonanova third to last from Touch of Fantasy and Chicago Baby. 900 to go, and Naphill the leader running off the back 3/4 on Londalaise. 2 lengths away is Risky the outside of Vesti, and 2 further back in the field is Noircia. Abolition covering ground, and then Graceful Encounter tucked away on the fence. A length and a half behind these. Spectrum, Fleischer, Shiosaki out very wide, and then Listening's Joy. Touch of Fantasy coming wide, and then Bonanova a good way back, being followed then by Winnings, ridden along second last, and Chicago Baby. Londalaise with 500 to go went up and took the lead from Naphill. Vesti is just behind these horses, followed by Risky. Abolition out wide, and Noircia is hard ridden at this stage. Then Spectrum coming home fairly, and Graceful Encounter awkwardly placed on the rail in the red cap. Londalaise led Vesti. Abolition's done it hard, but she's there third, and then Noircia fourth turning. It's Londalaise and Vesti. Abolition on the outside, and Noircia behind them. 3 across the track. Abolition and Vesti from Londalaise. Vesti and Abolition now going to the line. They hit it, and Abolition, that's a big win. Abolition 3 wide the whole way, beat Vesti and Londalaise. Behind them, Noircia, Graceful Encounter and Chicago Baby flying from last. Then came Risky, followed by Listening's Joy, Spectrum, Bonanova, Naphill weakening, and then Shiosaki, Touch of Fantasy, Fleischer and Winnings was last of all. Abolition will get this, number 8. That's a big performance. And Jason Patton has picked up a late ride. It was Rod Griffith's one ride for the day, and he was replaced by Jason Patton, who snaps up a double. He scored on Mondavert in the first. Numbers in the frame now are 8, 10 and 2. I couldn't believe she kept going after racing 3 deep the entire journey. That's a big win, and she's won 2 in a row in this preparation. At Sandown, where she came from last and beat Gillo, and here where she raced handier to the pace and has scored a narrow but most decisive.
Well with Schumann. And only a smallish field for the running of this. Scintillation the favourite, well back. Schumann's the tote favourite. 260 Schumann, 360 Scintillation. Big Overs the tote, the 2. Ready, racing. Over Time took a backward step at the start. Away quickly Scintillation and Gale Warning, and Schumann on the fence bounced away quickly, but Scintillation's going to lead as Gale Warning's rider grabs hold. A length away High Office caught wide from Over Time, Timeless Appeal and Expertise in the centre last. On the first corner, and Scintillation held together in front, led by just over a length now. Gale Warning second, Schumann on the fence wanting to race, shading it now. A length away High Office, Over Time, Expertise and Timeless Appeal. Coming down the side of the track at the 750, and Scintillation running along by a length on Schumann. Moses quickly away from the fence to go to the leader's girth, a length further back Over Time. They were followed by Gale Warning, High Office, Expertise awkwardly placed on the fence, and Timeless Appeal at the tail of the field. Around the bend and flattening for home. Scintillation in front, Schumann in close attendance, the outside laying down the issue to the leader now, and in fact he's put his nose almost in front. 2 lengths to Over Time and Expertise winding up. Scintillation headed off by Schumann. Moses went for home at the 200 mark. Schumann a length in front, Over Time and Expertise starting to run on well. Schumann in front of Over Time and Expertise about to burst through. It'll be too late. Schumann a length and a half in front of Expertise, and Schumann's too good. Schumann wins just on a length to Expertise and Over Time. Then High Office making ground. Scintillation didn't go on the last little bit from Gale Warning and Timeless Appeal last home. Well, Tote Punters were right. The only horse they wanted to back was Schumann, and he's done the job for them. 290 and 170. Expertise second. He ran home well. He didn't have a great deal of ping in his finishing burst. He was always going to be some sort of a danger, but he just didn't finish it off quickly enough at 370. And number 7, Over Time, whose run was good, covered ground there at one stage coming around the bend, but has fought on pretty well. No third dividend. Quinella $14.20. Exacta $14.30. Scintillation went very quickly, but he's not overly strong at the finish by the looks of that. He gave in pretty quickly in the home straight when the acid test was applied by Schumann, and Schumann's been too good. The trifecta, 190.
Still a bit of activity in those Honda starting stalls. There's the light, though. They've jumped, and Albert Park last in, first out. Polar Sun has begun well, so has Wing Sing, and wider out Flapjack. Celestial Body is back in behind them towards the tail, and as they settle down, it's a good battle for the lead. Albert Park, Flapjack's Polar Sun, and now Amaround go through with right up on the inside of all of those, Beyond Fear. Showy next from Celestial Body, getting into the race from What a Genius. Stryton is back on the inside, and there's another one caught on the outside of those, and that's Wing Sing. Working down towards the 650, and the leader out wide was Polar Sun from Amaround second, third Albert Park and fourth Flapjacks. Fifth placing to Beyond Fear at the 600 from Showy, then Wing Sing, Celestial Body the inside, between them What a Genius, and Strident as last as they turn. It's Polar Sun by a length and a half to 2 in front of Amaround second, third is Albert Park, Beyond Fear behind those from Flapjacks. Celestial Body takes the shortcut, improving in the straight. They were followed by Strident, What a Genius down the outside, Wing Sing and Showy. Polar Sun the leader at the 200, but here's Beyond Fear coming after it very quickly. Amaround and down the outside, here's Flapjacks. Flapjacks and Beyond Fear, and now Wing Sing and Strident getting between the group of them. Strident in front of the line, and Strident got there. Flapjack second, third might be Wing Sing. Beyond Fear is there, but down near the inside. They were followed further back behind those then by What a Genius. Amaround and Celestial Body together from Polar Sun, which showed some cheek. Further back to Albert Park, and Showy was amongst the last ones in.
Number 2, Strident, Adrian Ledger, 370 Super Tab and New South Wales, 350 in Queensland. Over 9, Flapjacks and a photo for third. And it does look like the outside horse will get a third clearly. Gold Coast, Been There's 350, Trifecta 336 Victoria, 277 New South, 290 Queensland. Let's go to Greg Miles for the BMW Cox Plate at Moonee Valley.
Right, Hilton, half the field locked in. Might and Power in gate 2 next to Batavian and Dracula. Kenwood Melody best backed of the 3-year-olds, but Might and Power is very firm in the market at 11 to 8 on. First odds on favourite in the race since Bone Crusher. Second pick is Tycoon Lil at 5 to 1. Kenwood Melody into the third line of betting at 9s, 10 to 1 Dracula. Catlin Opening's been a big drifter out to 16 to 1, but only $8 on Super Tab. They're nearly ready. Kenwood Melody's linked in, and Northern Drake will complete the lineup for the Cox Plate. Crowd already starting to roar. They're set. Off for the Cox Plate. Might and Power, if anything, missed at a half length. Tycoon Lil had a look over, and he shot the mare straight to the front ahead of Might and Power. There's Kenwood Melody. The 3-year-old zips up very fast on the outside to join the leader. Die looking around, wanting someone to go to the front, I think. Might and Power switches 3 deep. Super Slew 4 wide, turning out of the straight, and Batavian just behind them from Northern Drake. Might and Power let go and moved up on the outside at the 1600 metres. Die let him go, and Might and Power led. Tycoon Lil wanted to sit on him. Sits back 2 lengths away. Kenwood Melody outside Batavian. 2 lengths Super Slew 5th, and then Dracula. Northern Drake next from Gold Guru. Dodge 3rd to last from Catlin Opening. And Old Doremus last of all. The Cox Plate field heads to the 1200 turn. And Might and Power by a length and a quarter. Shane Dye staying off the fence on Tycoon Lil second into that bottom turn. Batavian is 3rd. Ahead to Kenwood Melody. 2 lengths to Dracula. Super Slew on the outside of him. About 4 lengths further back. Northern Drake and Gold Guru. 1 further back is Dodge, Catlin Opening, and Doremus last of all. 1,000 metres to go, and Might and Power by 2 lengths to Tycoon Lil. 3/4 away, 3rd on the inside is Batavian, 1 to Kenwood Melody. The fellow 3-year-old Dracula a length and a half behind it, and then Super Slew, 2 lengths to Northern Drake and Gold Guru. 1 to Dodge and Catlin Opening, and 1 to Remus, 15 off the leader. Might and Power comes down the side in the Cox Plate and leads by 2 lengths to Tycoon Lil. A length and a half to Kenwood Melody, and they're followed by Batavian, 2 Dracula, Northern Drake, Gold Guru, Dodge, Super Slew's dropping out quickly. Catlin Opening is second last, and now Doremus has gone past it, coming up towards the turn, 400 to go, and the pumper gets to work on the big champ, and it's Might and Power the leader. Kenwood Melody going to second around Tycoon Lil when they corner, and then Batavian, and next is Northern Drake and Dodge. Might and Power comes around the home corner, the leader. He's kicked out by 2. Northern Drake is chasing home hard on the outside after the leader, and Tycoon Melody battling strongly. It's Might and Power the leader. Northern Drake a length and a half away coming home, but Might and Power, the big champ, the king, joins the greats of the turf, and Might and Power's won it from Northern Drake. 3rd home is Tycoon Lil. Then came Dodge, Catlin Opening, Dracula. Next to finish was Doremus and Gold Guru, Batavian, Kenwood Melody, and last of all is Super Slew. One of the greatest. Might and Power's led virtually all the way to win the Cox Plate. A dream's come true for Jim Cassidy and Jack Denham. So close for the last 2 years. Happy Jack's finally won, the one that's eluded him, and he's smashed the record. 1, 8 and 9 are the official numbers. Might and Power, a crowning glory to his career. The Caulfield Melbourne Cup winner of last spring has returned to Melbourne, where he is undefeated, to emulate Phar Lap, the last horse to win the Melbourne Cup and come back and win a Cox Plate. He's emulated Rising Fast, the only horse to have won a Cox Plate, Melbourne and Caulfield Cup. What we have here is one of the greats of all time. A champion in every sense of the word. Might and Power has beaten Northern Drake, who's run the race of his life, and Tycoon Lil in 3rd place, 1, 8 and 9 in the BMW Cox Plate. He's run 2 minutes 3.5, 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, and wait till you get the time. 1 minute 3.5 seconds has taken 2.2 seconds off the record. That is just a most amazing statistic. What a racehorse. Well, he went into the races the shortest since Bone Crusher. He's won it far more defiantly than Bone Crusher. And he certainly is the best horse we've seen win a Cox Plate since Kingston Town. Big statements can easily flow today because this horse would back you up every time. His first run at Moonee Valley, the pumper was asking him for the big effort. 400 from home. He'd broken Tycoon Lil's heart at that point. It was left to Northern Drake to try. And try he did, but he was left in the wake of a super horse. Dodge running on well at the end of the race, but it was all to no avail behind a super champion. Might and Power. Jim Cassidy. This is the one that had eluded him. It was the big win that had also eluded Jack Denham, who had been so desperately close for the past 2 years with Philonte. And now it's on to tackle the world, the Japan Cup. And what a chance he must be in Tokyo. on what he's displaying here. The BMW Cox Plate winner, Might and Power, who's now won 14 of his 30 starts. Super win by Super Racehorse. $1.90 and $1.30. $14.10 the place dividend for Northern Drake, and $2.10 the return for Tycoon Little. 75.60 Quinella, $580.30 for the trifecta. This will be just a incredible reception when he comes back. They've taken him to heart. He's one of them.
Well, unfortunately, we'll have to leave it there, Greg, because they're nearly ready to go at Kembla Grange. But we'll endeavour to record some of the scenes from the mounting yard and show them to you throughout the day. We've got Nick Moratis, highly elated, of course. Nick Moratis acknowledging the great crowd there, as you saw briefly. And it is certainly the racetrack to bring about this high emotion.
Indeed, our Mr. Kinman, and Diabolical spat the bit out as they sprinted up on the bend. It's going to be a sprint home. This favourite needs a run, Fantasia. Zayela in front of Kenquest, and on the outside, Yobro. No run, Fantasia. He's about to bullock into the clear now. Taradu chiming in with our Mr. Kinman, but Zayela kicked away at the 200. Zayela 2 in front of Kenquest. Fantasia's out and starting to run on. Will it be too late? Zayela 2 in front. Zayela holding Fantasia. Taradu on the outside with our Mr. Kinman and Kenquest. Oh, Fantasia broke down at the line. They hit it. Zayela's one from either Kenquest, Taradu or our Mr. Kinman. Then came Yobro. Praise indeed. Fantasia has broken down 50 metres out and is being pulled up quickly by Beasley. And last and a long last was Diabolical.
Inspirational stuff, Might and Power. Congratulations, Jack Denham and Nick Moratis. They're ready, they're racing, and caught them pretty well. Shavit was very quickly into stride, not quite as quickly as Ocean Ranch, who's mustering good speed out deep, and going through on the inside, Caloray's Bocara to 4th. Let's Cut Loose strides up to be 5th. Scornbold was 6th, followed further back in the field by Hedge. Then second last, Daybreak Treat, and 2 away last of all, Dermot, giving them all a start. Shavit a narrow leader from on the outside, Caloray's Ocean Ranch back to 3rd at the 800. 4th placing Let's Cut Loose, pushing up between that horse and on the outside Bocara. 2 lengths Gone Bold, followed by Daybreak Treat. There with that horse 2 in the centre was Hedge, and 2 away last of all Dermot. Around the home turn at the 600, and Shavit defies them momentarily. He's a half 3/4 in front of Caloray's held together. Let's Cut Loose improves between runners to 3rd. Ocean Ranch is 4th, 5th the outside Bocara. Then Daybreak Treat, followed further back by Scorn Bold to the extreme outer, and well back behind them came the Hawks Train pair, Hedge and Dermot at the 200 metre mark, and it's still Shavit the leader, Bocara, and now trying hard is Caloray's, and here's Let's Cut Loose, cutting loose. Let's Cut Loose races up on the outside, and from the Colin Alderson Satellite Stable in Adelaide, wins by about 2. Daybreak Treat might have got up to run a place. It's there in an issue with the Caloray's, and right down the outside Dermot from the rear, close up Shavit and Bocara. It looked a chance partway down the straight, then Hedge, Scorn Bold and Ocean Ranch, but not far from the winner. Number 1, Let's Cut Loose. Jeff Maund.
He will come along and complete it for the 7th event of the afternoon. Staggering victory by Might and Power. If you can find superlatives to describe what happened here at Moonee Valley today, good luck to you, because it was just something that was quite incredible. It'll go down in the racing memories of all those privileged to be here and witness it. Something never to be forgotten. All in now, race 7. Off they go at the 1600, and interest only away quickly. Speedy Kids pinged out of the barrier stalls, and Morigo Jupwell. Close Your Eyes from an outside berth is heading across smartly towards the front, and Rosa Ward Jupwell getting up to be about middle of the field. First turn looms up near the 1200 metres, and Close Your Eyes is the leader. Rosa Ward moving up on the outside of Wide Vision. The pace slackened a little here. Just behind those is Speedy Kids, who wants to get his head up and fight the rider in 4th placing. Morigo next outside, interest only, and 2 lengths then to Visual Display. Displays and My Jasper. They're followed by No Alimony, who's second to last, and back last of all Primrose Penny. Close Your Eyes by the 1,000, led by a length and a quarter. Rosa War second, Wide Vision third, the inside. A length to Speedy Kids, a length and a half to Marigo. Over on the inside of her is Interest Only, 2 Visual Displays and My Jasper. Then No Alimony and Primrose Penny last of all. Close Your Eyes down the side near the 700 by a length to Rosa War. One to Wide Vision, the inside of Speedy Kids. Marigo's had a beautiful run over on the outside on the white colours from Interest Only. They're followed by Visual Displays, and No Alimony is starting a charge around the outside. Primrose Penny's trying to track it into the race, and My Jasper last of all. Close Your Eyes led. Rosa War in the pink sleeves and cap getting closer. Speedy Kids about a length away on the outside of Wide Vision, and then Marigo and No Alimony from Interest Only. Round the turn now, Rosa War took the lead. Speedy Kids trying to match her into the straight, and then Marigo. No Alimony's coming home well. Rosa War the leader over Speedy Kids and No Alimony. My Jasper next, but Rosa War kicking. Speedy Kids can't reach Rosa War. Rosa War fights on very well, and Rosa War beats Speedy Kids. No Alimony out wide, or My Jasper close for third, and then Marigo. They're followed by Interest Only, Visual Displays, Primrose Penny, Wide Vision, and the early leader closed.
A long way back was Civic Lass and Oz Counts last. 450 left to go, and Penny Brave just in front of Roman.
Pitch a length away, Marty's Magic inside Burketown Boys Stalk. Major Suspect 4 and 5 deep, 2 lengths to Medals. Umpire a mile back. Then here's the Prince, a Noble Challenge in the stretch. At the 400, Crash Hot got away from Montana Sands to lead by more than a length. Steel Switch, Revenue Razor the outside. Marty's Magic back to the fence. No run for Umpire, but Crash Hot is out full of running at the 200. He's 2.5 in front now. Running on Marty's Magic just up in front of him, battling on well Montana Sands, but Crash Hot's a mile in front. Here's the Prince getting out when it's all over, but Crash Hot is streaking away. Crash Hot wins from Marty's Magic. Third, here's the Prince. Fourth, Montana Sands, but it's very tight, the minors. Umpire, Steel Switch, Major Suspect, Stalk, Burketown Boy, Revenue Razor, Noble Challenge and Medals last home. Crash Hot for Alan Denham, just to continue on the fairy tale day that it's been for the Denham stable. Crash Hot 6:10 and 2:30, the winner. It's a big go for the minors, but Crash Hot went straight to the front. Lane Maloney claiming he's 2.5, riding down to 50.5. That'd be
Thursday. What a win. Look out, Japan. That's all I can say. They're off. And Apache will start. Denison Ruler missed it by a length and a half on the beam, a bit slow out, as was McRest, and first out was Imperial Cross. The Victorian visitor Danzig's Pleasure came out very nicely too, and pushing through on the inside, or attempting to, Bay of Sunshine. It's a little bit tight there, and around them goes Stylish Laird, getting out of the ruck to take up the running, and Alpha Warrior goes on with it out wide. Further back behind Bay of Sunshine on the outside is Carptonite, a length on the beam, and the inside Dr. Mabuse, followed by McRest, and 2 away last of all Denison Ruler, who's gone to sleep. Down the side they race, going to the 1,000-metre mark now, and Stylish Laird on top by 2.5. Second placing Princess LaRue. Third is on the inside of Alpha Warrior Imperial Cross. A length and a half Danzig's Pleasure, Carptonite around it. Back on the inside Bay of Sunshine. They were followed by McRest at the 800, and then further back Dr. Mabuse. On the beam is wide, and last Denison Ruler. Stylish Laird is the clear leader though as they head down towards the home turn. 620 out by 2.5. Princess LaRue comfortably holding second for the moment. Third on the outside Alpha Warrior has had a fairly trouble-free run. Imperial Cross on its inside with it from Danzig's Pleasure, looking for a bit of an opening. Bay of Sunshine, Carptonite on the beam come wide, and then McRest further back Denison Ruler. In the straight, Stylish Laird is full bore down to the 200 by a length and a half. Imperial Cross is coming after it now. Then came on the outside Dr. Mabuse, followed by Danzig's Pleasure, letting go right down the middle. Denison Ruler getting up on the inside. Stylish Laird the leader. Imperial Cross is coming at it. Imperial Cross at big odds. Imperial Cross has tipped out Stylish Laird right on the line. Not sure about third. We've got Danzig's Pleasure out very wide, and on the inside Denison Ruler, and in the middle there somewhere Princess LaRue, Alpha Warrior, McRest, Bay of Sunshine, Dr. Mabuse and Carptonite.
For Imperial Cross.
All set. Light flashing now. Gold City on the inside. Greg Hall not quite settled in the saddle on this mare on the comeback trail. Now she stands a bit better. All in the stalls. Corporate James standing up okay. Umrum in a middle line. Off they go now. Irish Air began well with Gold City. Knightly Sword ridden out of the gates, and Mighty Way is also prominent early, followed by Umram a bit wider out. Rustic Dream jumped well and is settling towards the end, and so too Tricove and Corporate James. First turn coming up, Mighty Way hunting up on the inside to lead. Umram tackling him on the outside. Pearl Prince 3 out, Carter Stair 4 out. Irish Air just behind them on the rails, and Knightly Sword between horses, then Gold City and Mushtak. A length and a half to Principality, followed then by Rustic Dream, Corporate James out wide, and Tricove last. Umram the leader, 1,000 to go, a half in front from Pearl Prince and Carter Stair, who's been working overtime. He's going to head them off and go to the lead at the 800 turn now. 2 lengths Knightly Sword fourth, but travelling 3 wide now. Around the outside of Mighty Way, Irish Air in the red colours on the fence. 2 Corporate James caught out very wide off that bottom turn, and then Rustic Dream, Mushtak and Gold City. Principality is next to last, and Tricove whipped up the field. Down the side they come. The pressure's been on from the word go. 600 out now, and Pearl Prince has gone to the lead over Umram on the rails. Carter Stair feeling the pinch. Mighty Way called on for a run. Corporate James coming around the outside of Knightly Sword. Irish Air getting home along the rail when they came to the bend, and then Rustic Dream. Umram the leader, but he's been tested early. He's going to corner in front of Mighty Way in the green colours, wobbling a bit round the turn. Brush with Corporate James. Corporate James is still coming. There's a run for Irish Air in the red now. Umram, Corporate James out wide. Rustic Dream coming on the outside. Corporate James, Rustic Dream, it's his day. Yes, it is. Rustic Dream goes on to win by a length and a half. Rustic Dream beat Corporate James and Irish Air. Behind them was Mushtak, Tricove out wide, and then Mighty Way and Umram. They're followed by Pearl Prince, Knightly Sword, Principality, Gold City and Carter Stair.
Excellent selection by Greg Miles. 3 Rustic Dreams, 620, 670, 665. They're nearly set at Kembla Grange. Starter goes to the platform. The situation at Toowoomba is that the jockey of number 2, Noble Summer, has been thrown.
4:52 Adelaide time on Veterinary Advice, number 8. They're all in for the Holdfast Shores handicap. There's the lot, and they've jumped now. And Perak Gold began safely enough, and away nicely too was She's a Hazard. Lola began with good early natural speed. Out wider on the track around those then is Gold Brighter as they start to sort themselves out. And as they do so, Queen Midas has gone up ahead of it. Back on the inside, Perak Gold, a spade outside of Nobility. And Dog Watchers back to the tail. As they move towards the home turn, 6:20 to travel now, and out wide on the track, Queen Midas, a narrow leader, with Lola the centre, and over on the inside She's a Hazard. They were followed further back behind them by Perak Gold, just held back off the heels of the horse in front. Gold Brighter around her. They were followed further back in the field by Nobility easing out, then Dog Watch, and last of all is a spade. In the straight, Queen Midas gives them something to chase, led by 2 lengths at the 200 metre mark. Perak Gold angling for a run between She's a Hazard and Lola. Had a bit of a brush there, and now Nobility is starting to come hard down the outside, and so is a spade, and Perak Gold getting through them. Queen Midas grabbed by Nobility. Nobility goes to the front. A spade got second. Nobility first, a spade second. Perak Gold, I think, third. Then Queen Midas, Gold Brighter, Dog Watch, and they were followed further back then by She's a Hazard and Lola. Holdfast Shores handicap to number 3, Nobility, by Vane Carrier from Ancient Albatross. Paul Gatt, another winner. David Jolly, the successful rider. I think Paul's got 1 to go for his claim.
Everybody, been a couple of good moves here. Oliver Twist is going to run the favourite, 5-2 into 2. Bomberbill got out a big drifter, opened 2s to 9-2. Just come back in a little to 4s. Has been a good move for Paint on course. They bet 7s. It's firm 2 points. But Oliver Twist to run the top pick. Also in the market was Talk, number 9, on track, but it's eased 3 points now to 8-1. So Oliver Twist top favourite over Bomberbill and Paint. Last coming up, modern day record attendance today, 38,514. That's the best attendance at Moonee Valley on Cox Plate Day since Battle Heights won in 1974. Just better than a couple of years ago. Just over 38,000 saw Octagonal win. Now they're ready, last event. 1,200 metres off and racing. Sabre Affair out nicely on the inside. Sports was away fast. Painters going very quickly over on the outside, going for the lead as they settle into stride now. Oliver Twist back to about third or fourth last on the rail. Coming up towards the first turn, Bomber Bill is prominent. Sabre Affair from Bomber Bill, Sports, and Painters trapped out 4 wide at that first turn, lying fourth. About 4 lengths back, Vain Tycoon, Oompa Loompa, and they're being followed then by Dry Humour on the inside and Talk. Then Rye Hero taken out about 3 wide. Oliver Twist a long way back, awkwardly pocketed on the rail with Lorenza behind it. They've gone hard, 600 metres to go, and Sabre Affair just the leader from Bomber Bill. 2 lengths to Sports and Paint. Rye Hero the sweeper round the outside. Vain Tycoon running on fairly well, and they're followed by Dry Humour and Talk. Oliver Twist second last. Bomber Bill hit the lead, but he's been pressured all the way. Painter's there on his outside. Vain Tycoon has come through in the middle with the white sleeves. Rye Hero wide, and then Sports into the straight now. Vain Tycoon and Paint on the outside have come clear from Bomber Bill. It's Vain Tycoon on the inside and Paint. Paint's been 4 wide. Vain Tycoon just with his head in front. Vain Tycoon a half head to Paint. Oh, Oliver Twist storming home. He's grabbed third, I'd say, from Bomber Bill. They're followed by Oompa Loompa, Dry Humour, Talk. Just behind them was Sports and Rye Hero, a break Lorenza, and Sabre Affair dropped out to last. The distance was always going to be his worry, Vain Tycoon, but I think you'll find, yes, he's got the number 4 in the frame, Beaver Willer.